Hey, I'm Neha. Welcome to my channel, and yes, welcome to this English listening practice session. Is it correct to say it? Okay, let's start it. Today, I want to take you into the mind of someone who was more than a martial artist. He's my favorite, and he was more than a movie star, more than an icon.
Be water, my friend.
It's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a thinker, a philosopher, and a man who believed that human beings' greatest power is the ability to learn, reflect, and transform.
Remember, my friend, a wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer.
And behind every kick, every punch, and every famous scene, there was a deep philosophy about life, discipline, and self-understanding.
Do you still think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
I want to think of myself as a human being because, I don't want to sound like, as Confucius say, but under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different.
So today, let's explore the philosophy of Bruce Lee's life.
You might as well be dead. Seriously, if you always put limits on what you can do, physical or anything else, it'll spread over into the rest of your life. There are no limits, there are only plateaus. A man must constantly exceed his level.
Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco in 1940 and raised in Hong Kong. From childhood, he was energetic, curious, and constantly moving. He was not the calm, disciplined legend we imagine today. As a teenager, he often got into street fights. That wild behavior actually forced him to learn martial art seriously, because his parents were worried he would get into bigger trouble. And once Bruce Lee said, "I was not born with discipline, I created it." So this line shows the foundation of his philosophy. We are not fixed. We can redesign who we are. And Bruce Lee's first lesson is to know yourself.
To know yourself, watch yourself in action. Even your shadow can teach you.
When Bruce Lee started his martial art journey, he discovered something powerful. Martial art was not only about fighting others, it was about fighting your own weaknesses. And the training taught him how to control the fear, how to understand his own reactions, how to notice his emotion, how to stay calm in chaos. And this led to one of his core beliefs: to know yourself is to know the world. Bruce Lee believed that self-understanding is beginning of freedom, and that's what I believe also. Unlike many fighters who trained only in one style, Bruce Lee studied everything: boxing, fencing, traditional kung fu, Western philosophy, psychology, meditation, and he learned a lot.
Might sound too philosophical, but it's unacting, acting, or acting, unacting.
You've lost me.
I have. So what I'm saying, actually, you see, it's a combination of both. Here it is the natural instinct, and here is control.
He read hundreds of books. He wrote notes every day. He questioned every method. He once said, "Observe what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is uniquely your own." And this became the heart of his philosophy. Don't copy others. Learn from everywhere, but become yourself. That's what I also believe. To not idolize anyone, but to learn from people you like. And his most famous idea was to be like water. And this is something very fascinating philosophy.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
One day while teaching in Seattle, I don't know the correct pronunciation. If it's wrong, just Tell me in the comments. Bruce Lee explained something that later became one of the most famous philosophy in the world. Be water, my friend. But what did he mean? Water has no shape. It adapts to any container. A cup, a bottle, a river, an ocean. It can be soft and it can be powerful enough to cut through rock. And Bruce Lee believed life should be the same. When challenges come, adapt. When destiny changes, flow with it. When someone pushes you, don't break, bend. And for Bruce Lee, being water meant being flexible, calm, patient, and unstoppable. Bruce Lee didn't want to follow the rigid martial arts style with fixed rules. He believed rules made people stiff, unpredictable, and limited. So he created Jeet Kune Do, the way of introspecting the fist. But more importantly, he called it the style of no style. His idea was simple: don't get stuck, don't repeat blindly, don't follow tradition without questioning. Use what works. Stay free, stay creative. And this was not just a fighting method, it was a philosophy for life. And few people know this. Bruce Lee trained not just for films, but because he deeply respected his body. He believed that the body is a tool. If you honor it, it will serve you.
The power doesn't come from the arm alone. It rises from the ground, drives through the hips, and unites with the waist. Aim at the center of the line.
And he pushed himself beyond limit that he cannot imagine. He did 2,000 pushes a day, intense kick, running weight training, stretching, meditation, reading philosophy every night. He saw the body and mind as one. And if the body is strong but the mind is weak, nothing grows. If the mind is strong but the body is neglected, discipline dies. So that's why Bruce Lee worked on both equally. When Bruce Lee went to Hollywood, he faced racism and rejection. Studios and directors told him, your accent is too strong. As Asian, you cannot be a leading actor. Your look is different from our artists and our market. He didn't get the lead role in Kung Fu, even though the show was based on his own idea. But instead of breaking, he applied his own philosophy. Be water, adapt, keep flowing. He went back to Hong Kong, made his own films, and became a sensation. And then Hollywood came running after him. And Bruce Lee may have a fighter, but his thoughts were gentle and deeply introspect. He spent hours writing notes on human nature, fear, ego, emotion, discipline, and meaning of life.
You are to combine the two in harmony. Not if you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man, no longer a human being. So it is a successful combination of both. So therefore, it is not only...
He believed that the greatest fight is within yourself. For him, overcoming fear was more important than defending an opponent. Controlling emotion was more powerful than throwing punches. Knowing your weakness was more valuable than showing your strength. And his mind was calm, even if his movements were fast. And Bruce Lee believed that every human being has much more power than they realize. He said, the key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. He lived by these values: simplicity, honesty, authenticity, self-expression, growth, and continuous learning. He wanted people to break their limits, to challenge their fears, to become the best version of themselves. So if Bruce Lee were speaking to you today for your English learning journey or for your life journey, he would say, learning is not about perfection, it's about consistency. Be water, flow when needed, fight when required, adapt always. Do not copy others, become yourself. Ignore limits, they are illusion. Master your mind and the world's open. And Bruce Lee passed away young, but his words continue to guide the world. And he left us a map, not for fighting, but for living. Be flexible, be curious, be disciplined, be honest, be yourself, and always keep growing. Because the strongest person is not the one who hits harder, but one who understands themselves deeply, adapt freely, and never stop learning. So in this video, we have learned some very useful vocabulary like discipline, observed, reject, introspect, flexible, predictable, immorality, ego, consistency, and self-reflection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in another very interesting, life-changing English story. Till then, take care. I'll see you in the next one. And yes, don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Bye-bye.
So therefore, it's not pure naturalness or unnaturalness. The ideal is unnatural naturalness or natural unnaturalness.
Yin yang, eh?
Right, man. That's